Hi, I'm Mark Reynolds. I'm really excited to be here today. So this is the EC Implementer event.
We've got Mark Reynolds, who's one of Marcus Sheridan's apostles, and Mark's fully qualified around knowledge centres, and they ask you answer.
And I'm going to be at this table for 2 days helping people get the best from their knowledge centre. If they haven't got a knowledge centre yet on their website, I'll help them build it. And if they've already got one, I'll help them get the best from it. So at the end of this 2-day event, I probably would have spoken to about 40 business owners who I would have helped with their knowledge centre. So they would have come to me with their problems, which is often like they haven't got enough time, they haven't got the expertise, but I can help them do that and implement it for free within their membership, okay? Now, I'm also offering my completely done-for-you service, where I'm going to be creating this knowledge centre for them to the standards that Marcus Sheridan is going to be extremely impressed with. By reaching those standards, their They Ask You Answer knowledge centre is going to take their business to new levels. So more website traffic, more high quality leads, and more customers. And a lot of people find that the selling is so much easier. So that's what my mission is today, and I can't wait to get started.
I'm Rob Bryan from Rob Bryan Associates, HR consultants, and I'm at the Implementer session today in Birmingham. I've been looking to develop a knowledge centre, but I've been playing around doing some blog articles and writing different bits of copy. But it's really that overhead strategy of how do I pull this together and get the maximum impact from that. And Mark was really helpful in just in a very relaxed way, being able to just talk me through step by step and give me some takeaways. I think for a lot of business owners, there's so many things that we've got to do. To find a good partner that you can trust and get things done. I think every business should be looking to do that.
Hi, I'm Julia Murray, and my business is the House Ministry. We're an interior design studio based in the Cotswolds, dealing with residential clients, mid to high end. I do write blog articles and I write a lot of content for social media, but it's not going onto the website. And so, that was one of the things that came out of the conversation with Mark, is that the videos that I'm recording for social media should also go onto the Knowledge Centre, and the general information where I'm answering questions. I would say that in the industry that I'm in, there aren't that many questions. It's quite a secretive industry, and so I'm sort of second guessing. And again, Mark was very good at kind of guiding us or me on what to really focus on next. One of his comments is that it's really good to do it in-house, because everybody's got such a really good understanding of the kinds of questions that they're likely to be asked and the services that they provide. But quite honestly, any done-for-you service is normally worth its weight in gold, and for some businesses, they just won't have the time to sit down and think about it. So yeah, I do think it's a good one.
Hi, my name's James Hardy. I'm a freelance consultant in the aviation industry. My company is Course Correction Consulting. Well, one of the things we just talked about was like actually putting yourself out there and not letting perfect be the enemy of good enough. So being prepared to say what matters to you and accept that that's not going to matter to everybody else. I think the main thing it's going to help me to do is answer those questions that I have to answer all the time, every time. And if I can get people to have arrived through the Knowledge Centre, then they might be better informed, so they can ask better questions in their lead inquiry. And that would help me to move things, and to understand and qualify or disqualify people more effectively. Because one of the biggest challenges you kind of hope for, as I'm a one-man freelance consultant at the moment, is how many people can I take on, and the right kind of people. There's no point in spending all your time doing the wrong things for the wrong sort of client when you can help the most for somebody else in particular.
My name's Rebecca Lacey. My business is called Lacey Plumbing and Heating. One of the things we've just talked about then, just as at the end of the conversation, I said to him, I haven't actually got like a list of every blog. If I had like the headings, so it would be really useful if you could have like 10 of them, 10 common ideas, and then you could start building your articles around them. Well, one of the things is like you're answering difficult questions. So we've just talked about pricing. So I gave an example of that I could think of where a customer might ask, why was it that price? You weren't there for that long. and it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable answering that question. But if I was buying something, I'd want to go and find out, one, how much something is.
I had a client in the past and we built a great knowledge center, and the content they were creating was massively impressive. Okay, this was a really top company. The knowledge within this company was great, and their transparency was absolutely spot on. And what that meant was we published the knowledge center with a good amount of content to begin with, and as the months went on and as the years went on, the traffic went up, which was absolutely fantastic. But they didn't publish enough content. They didn't publish enough quality content. And so although this traffic continued to increase and they got more and more content from Google, unfortunately, they fell way short of their potential. And that was frustrating for me because they were such a great company. And yeah, they can still be publishing content because they've still got a knowledge center, but success has come taken a much longer time to take place than it could have if they had been publishing regularly at regular momentum from the beginning. Okay, so when I work with companies, that's what I try to instill in them, is to make sure that they're continuing to publish content into the future, because if this is a part of the culture of the business, it rubs off on the business in so many different ways, not just in their knowledge center, but in the way that they communicate with their prospects and their customers. So this They Ask You Answer world, if you can really embrace it, it's so good in so many different ways, and this knowledge center is just the beginning. What an amazing 2 days it's been at this EC Implementer event. I've been chatting to about 35 business owners, 20 minutes each. It was just fantastic. The momentum was amazing. The number of people I helped was absolutely fantastic. And I've learned a lot from these business owners, and I've realized that this completely done for you knowledge center service is going to be a great help to some of them. So I've already got some calls lined up. And if you want to speak to me about the possibility of helping you out with your knowledge center, then I'll be absolutely delighted to have a call. So just click on the button below and let's have a chat.